The coat's gone all scraggy. Need a new one. What stealth-respecting rat's gonna say no to a payday when they need a new coat, eh? Facts being what they are, your friend here is in a perfect position. Chidham ain't the kind of place that's gonna tolerate an outsider mithering on, asking after one of our own, no matter how long departed the mucker might be. So when you need to learn something, you're on the outside looking down on home sweet home, to come blotting old Kezzy. They're just as chuffed as cheeses to help you out, for a price. So anyway, that's how I got my little Donnies on a new purse, and a promise of more where that came from. Just got to track down an old friend of mine. Maybe get Math Soap, share a little of the old silver. Before you know it, old man Nate'll answer any questions I got for him. Easier than finding some old android bird anyways. From what I hear, he and the kid don't get on anyways. He might be chuffed to sell old bricks down the river. This is Pot Against the Machine.
Pot Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only actual play podcast where you can head up the hill to fetch a pail of water, only to return with a glowing tube full of tomatoes and shellfish. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
I actually saw a video, one of those about people like building structures just outdoors, and they had crab and tomato for lunch, and I was like, huh? But they did it, so it's a relevant story.
Mm-hmm. They were clearly listening to our podcast.
Oh, I would assume so.
Just caught up in the...
You're number one in several non-U.S. countries.
The Clamato tornado will not be stopped.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
The Clamato tomato...
Tornado.
Whoop, boop. The Clamato... No, this is great. Off to a hell of a banger. The Clamato tornado sounds like a really... like underground wrestler name.
Yeah, that's...
You can't stop the Clamato tornado.
I was thinking that it was like a very, very cheaply sponsored roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, even
That's
worse.
one of those ones that's like made out of scrap metal and put together by somebody with 3 teeth.
I would say built entirely from old Clamato cans. Clan cans.
The label's still on them and everything.
Well, for sponsorships, yeah.
Well, previously on Pot Against the Machine, our heroes had captured Ilaris, the Technic League spy, much to her chagrin, and they brought her to Red Fang, not Red Tooth, and questioned her about what she was doing, what her whole deal was, and she was pretty hostile. Pretty mad about the whole situation. Eventually, y'all got her to reveal that she knew where something relevant to the Technic League, and maybe to all of you, was in town, and she didn't really have any negotiating leverage, so she wound up bringing you to Old Skelton's farm, where there was a well that had been sealed off with a big stone slab. Luckily, Red Fang was there to disable the exploding runes that would have gone off had you just moved the slab. And then you moved the slab and went down into the well to find a pool of water, and then a metal wall, and then a little room. And that little room had a malfunctioning electrical door in it, and also just the tiniest swarm of tiny little biting robots. The biting robots did some biting of y'all. But thanks to some quick thinking, Kara managed to use a scroll of gust of wind to blow them through the malfunctioning electrical door, giving them a nasty shock and making them too scared to come back. And then Asher used the advantage of his Swarmbane clasp and shot them over and over and over until they died. That's where we are now. You're all in this little room looking at a bigger room with a broken door between you and there.
It's hard to not imagine that Asher didn't just shoot 5,218 bullets into each and every single one.
Individually.
Like,
Well, the rest of us napped.
No, I'm sure it only took like 2, maybe 3. Don't worry about it.
so that door, the malfunctioning door that continues to malfunction, does it appear to still be shocky right now?
Looks a little bit shocky. Not quite Jeremy shocky, but...
All right, I think Brixby is going to attempt a disabled device against what I assume to be a high-tech and or mechanical trap.
That seems like a pretty safe.
Right. First roll of the night. What you got for me, roll 20? Ooh, yeah, that's a 19 off the die for a 36.
All right, it wasn't a gimme, but Brixby thinks that he's managed to reset whatever short was in the door that was making it shoot those arcs of electricity, and looks like it's safe to pass through.
Yeah, this, I think that did the trick. Well, only one way to know. Don't punch me in the face.
Yes, I don't mind stepping. Oh, no, go forward. Electricity doesn't seem to affect me as strongly as it affects you. Probably all that time I spent in the desert. Makes sense if you think about it. Asher will step into the room.
And as all of you come into this room, you see a wide, lightly flooded room with a rounded desk at the center that's coated in dead nanites, but also bullet casings. And also there's a center inset in the round room with banks of technological equipment. There's a large set of doors on the northeast side that appear to be mangled and jammed with rocky debris, and a single glass panel with a thin metal frame extending from a desk on the southern side. This panel is glowing and slowly flashing with a softly pulsating white light. There are a few inches of standing water covering the floor in here.
Maybe we should go check out this panel. Space nerds assemble.
Space nerds.
What do we see on said panel, Sam?
Well, it looks like a functional computer monitor. It still has power.
Oh.
That's pretty interesting.
Is there a giant button to press?
Oh, looks like it actually might be a touch screen.
Oh.
Well, I go to potagainstthemachine.com to connect with my favorite podcast.
And you wait 35 seconds for the first page to load.
Oh, how convenient. There's a link here to our Discord.
Look at that. And our
social
upcoming
media.
level 7 character sheets that are probably up by the time that you're listening to this. Almost.
I just know for a fact that I will not be at my computer for 3 weeks.
Izzy's just on a cocktail napkin.
It's just a photo of a napkin that says Kira level 8.
Like a stick figure holding a
Exclamation point.
holding a chainsaw, and it just has the number 8 under it.
HP lots, just so many.
So many HPs.
Anything displayed currently on the screen?
Oh, it looks like it's kind of in a screensaver type of deal.
Oh, like the toasters?
Yeah, it's the toasters with wings flying across.
How brave.
It's terrifying. Can we touch it?
You wanna?
Asher touches the screen.
He dies.
Oh, no, Asher can't be electrocuted for some reason. Desert related.
No. And the image appears on the glass screen. It's an image of the room you're in right now as viewed from above the southern door. There's an older man in a robe with like a scruffy salt and pepper beard leaning over the screen on the desk in the image. And then, like, as the video starts, like, he straightens up and he nods his head and smiles and claps and he goes, "As I thought, this terminal accepted my magical charge. Looks like it's not linked to any sort of a central archive, though. We'll not be able to extract any significant information from here." He's, like, pounding away on keyboard and frowning. But a second voice, the speaker of which you can't see on the screen, says, "But what you seek still lies within the ruins of this ship, does it not, Master Shoud?" The man nods again. He goes, "I believe so. We'll need to explore further. There may be additional defenses, though. That's why I called upon you, Sahasho. You will lead the way." At this point, the man gets up from the computer, and a swirl of dust and wind follow him as they both leave the screen's edge, and then it flickers and goes dark.
Quick question. What language was that all in? Is that common?
That was all in common.
Cool.
Including the deeper voice, too.
Yeah, the deeper voice, too.
And did the garments that the individual was wearing look like they're of this time period?
Yeah, they looked pretty modern.
Everything else in the room was same-ish.
The room looked identical.
Can we roll anything on Zoud or Sahasho?
You could roll a knowledge local.
Okay.
Did his outfit look similar to what we've seen from technically people? Like, they don't really have a uniform, though, do they really?
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have a uniform. They do have, like,
Wacky gizmos all over.
robes,
Like-
basically.
Yeah, did he look kind of similar to, like, how Gartone was kind of dressed type thing, or?
Gartone, I think, was like a big muscle guy kind of bearing his chest, but, I mean, not unreasonably different from, like, Nolek in wizard robes. What do we got on those locals?
That is a 2 off the die for a 13.
Beats my 7 off the die for a 12.
10 for a 12.
I rolled a 3 for a 6.
Perfect. So that was Showed. I'm going to roll now for Sahasho.
V confused.
All right, so yeah, I don't think you know anything about Shoud with those rolls, unfortunately. Looked like a nice enough guy.
Ooh. 16 off the dice for a 21 on Sahasho.
I don't think with a knowledge local you're really going to get anything on Sahasho. Anybody who wants to might want to make a knowledge arcana check, though.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if that would at least tell me, like, is Sahasho a Numerian name?
It wasn't like an obviously Numerian or Khalid name. It doesn't ring a bell as anyone familiar or famous or anything.
I am embracing the dice chaos tonight. After my 19 to roll 20 has given me an 18 for a 32.
With a 32, Brixby just sort of figuring out like the angles, because maybe it was like stereophonic mics on that recording. You can tell that Sahasho should have been in the frame, so he was probably invisible.
Are there any Sahashos in the room right now?
No response.
Yeah, perhaps Sahasho is his rogue. Or some sort of sneaky weaky,
Rat folk magical trickster.
Indeed. So, is there anything else we can do with the panel? I know we got the video, but can we engineer anything else out of it? Does it have Minesweeper?
I mean, if you just let it go for a few seconds, the video will literally just repeat. It looks like you could record over it if you want, but it seems like that's about all you can do on this thing.
Let's record over it.
So this it just seems to loop a video. It's like really quick, time-based video. I think this is like a TikTok, right? No?
Like the sound a clock makes?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, something we can do after this venture. No, do we... I don't really, all jokes aside, I don't really see a benefit in overwriting this recording. Unless anybody feels like they need to leave a message for posterity.
That's usually how I feel, yeah.
No, I'm not familiar with anyone by that name.
They might be related to Unity, but, you know.
Oh, I see with the TY. Is it possible, real quick, before we start breaking down other doors at set, looking, so there's water on the floor. Bummer. It's going to really hinder my mad survival skills. But from the glowing panel, the desk, is there any way, like, is it worth rolling to see if we could see how recently maybe Zoud McDowd was here?
If you want to roll survival, it'll be pretty tough, but you might be able to get something.
There's not like a timestamp and Androphin on the camera recording or anything?
I wish. Hot 14 total. So give me all those deets, please.
Between the water and the fact that there aren't really any dust mites down here, can't really tell anything.
Just imagining Asher, like, shin deep in a river, tracking a fish, just holding a small bit of, like, water and letting it run through his hand and being like, I'll get you, salmon.
What's sad is that dice had previously rolled a 16, and it cut itself in half for an 8. I dare not roll it again.
You're going to have to roll that 4 eventually. I'd rather do it now than in combat.
Big Stuff, do you think you could open that door? I mean, maybe we should check it first, but do you think it's wrenchable?
I think anything is wrenchable if you believe in yourself. But also, yes.
That's a 13 for a 27, 28 if it's high-tech or mechanical.
Doesn't look like there are any traps on this door.
Wrench away.
That is 17 for a 22. Strength check at door.
Yeah, you break that door wide open. It sort of groans as you break it apart, revealing a 10-foot hallway with another set of doors at the end.
Kira's gonna sprinkle a handful of glitter just as sort of, since we couldn't leave a message, really let him know that, yes, we were here. And we love a 10-foot hallway before another door. Is that door also jammed?
No, this door looks like you can just open it if you want.
Life without trap senses a rogue. Oh, God, I'm using all my good rolls. That's a 16 for a 30. 31 high-tech mechanical.
Nice.
Yeah, no sign of any traps on this one either.
Yeah, this is also clear. Shall we?
All right, I'll push it or slide it, pull it, bop it.
Bop it.
Opening this door reveals a cavernous chamber split into maze-like passages by tall stacks of dark, dusty machinery. The western side of the room is a jumble of stone as if from catastrophic collapse. 3 crushed tubes protrude from under the tumbled stone, each as wide as a wagon and capped with a circular metal plate. On the north side of this room, a shattered glass terrarium surrounded by technical equipment stands empty. To the south, more silent machinery looms. Workbenches are scattered with technological parts, and several large machines that bear restraints and metal skull caps. Now, in this room, you do see sort of shuffling about deformed humanoid figures with green hair and just like oddly shaped limbs and bulging backs and bodies that look like they were put together from like different beings, like almost like Frankenstein's monster sort of thing, and they're just like shuffling around. But I think as one of them catches sight of you, it shrieks like, and it hefts up like a makeshift kind of club. And
Can we see their duodenums?
you can't. You can't see any internal organs. They appear to have their skin, and that skin actually has like the kind of tattoos of
Pretty good skin.
like an android, like synthetic polymer kind of skin. But I think it might be time to roll for initiative.
So one of those tattoos does show you exactly where the duodenum is.
I have never considered the word duodenum so many times in a single day. Week? It's been 3 days.
Solid Family Guy inner space episode.
I was gonna say I can't think of anything other than Stewie blasting Peter
Oh god, my duodenum's acting up.
popping up. Yep, my duodenum's acting up.
Wow.
Also, how much work went into this if they're stitched together from a bunch of different bodies and someone managed to find 2 people with green hair?
They could have dyed their hair after.
Well, they look all mismatched. Like they're not necessarily stitched together so much as it looks like the
true.
parts just really don't go together. Let's see.
Oh, I know what these are, I think. The mutants that they talked about. Mutations. Bad water.
All right. What did Asher get?
Total of a 21.
Pretty speedy. How about Kira?
15 for Kira.
All right, Brixbo
6 for 14.
and Alwyn.
Also a 6, but only for a 13.
All right, let's just arrange descending here.
Oh, there's so many.
That's a lot of bad guys who go first.
Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like one of our friends is going first. And it's just gonna kind of step out and see what all the fuss is about. And then it's Asher's turn.
Asher wants to cock his head sideways and roll a knowledge check on these things. Local?
Yeah, it would be local.
Only a 17 total.
You think that you're looking at androids, but clearly something has gone wrong in the android creation process.
Okay. These look like androids of a sort, but something's gone quite wrong. Not exciting. Hate to do it at the top of the order, but I think Asher's just gonna delay.
All right. Well, on initiative 18, let's see. Orange is just gonna peek around the corner here. And also on initiative 18, I think green's gonna kind of peek around the corner here. And Kira, you're up.
So Kira's going to rage, which, as we all recall, will offer additional move, well, an extra move, I guess, with haste. So I think that lets me get over to red and not stand in Asher's way. Going to shimmy on over here just to the north of red. Oops, that's the wrong guy. Just to the north of red. And then I'm gonna just gonna give it a quick smack. Just a little bit of a hit on the head with a chainsaw. Roll. Yeah, I'm gonna click the button. Oh, that's terrible. It's a 3. Plus, if the math is correct, plus 16, does a 19 hit the android?
Yeah, 19 will hit the flat-footed android.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. And I will roll 3d6 and add more damage. 26 damage at android with a chainsaw in the greenhouse. Did they have a greenhouse? They had a library.
Terrarium?
Library.
Vivarium?
There was a conservatory.
Conservatory, that's it.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn because I moved.
All right.
Yep.
Brixby, you are up.
All right. I guess where I am right now, I can't actually see anybody except for Red. So Brixby's going to float in a northwesternly direction, astride his disc. Oh, wow. That's the whole room. And then looking down at a variety of androids. Let's see. Which ones haven't gone yet? That is none of the one. Oh, Red is the only one, huh? Okay, well, I am going to shoot an acid splash at Red, so I am firing into combat here. But it is going to be against their flat-footed touch. So...
All right. It's a reasonably easy sell.
Let's see. Rolling the dice. It's thinking about it a lot. No! 7.
It's not that easy.
All right, and let's see. I doubt there's too much to learn about them. They haven't really exhibited any like class features or anything that I could roll on. So I guess that's my turn.
All right, Alloy.
Mind if Asher jumps in?
Oh, yeah.
Asher is just gonna, now that some folks have gotten into view, take a 5-foot step. Oh boy. So now all shimmy 5-foot step to the west. What is the sitch in front of him? Is that something he could shoot over? I mean, he could see over.
Yeah, it's machinery, so it'll be like difficult terrain to sort of climb through piles of rubble and broken machines and stuff.
Is there a cover sitch shooting out, say, orange?
I don't think it's enough to be cover, really. I mean, you would probably have cover if he started shooting at you, but not vice versa.
Well, I'm okay with that. Let's just do a rapid shot, full attack. Not gonna deadly aim quite yet. I want to see how the dice are gonna treat me today. Yeah, the lowest of those is 17 against touch, so I'm good. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, rapid shot, that's like another one of your full attack, and it's -2. I've played this character recently, no time has passed. 16 points of damage total out of 3d8 plus 3.
All right, and which one were you shooting?
Orange-brown, kind of.
Okay.
Almost like an umber.
But not a burnt umber.
No.
All right, and Alwyn.
Question. You said they were holding like makeshift clubs. What are those made out of?
Like scrap metal kind of thing.
Okay. Then the one that is currently in combat with Kira, if that one could make me a reflex save.
All right. I don't like it, but I'll do it. Natural 1.
Okay. So it is not able to drop this object that he locks his eyes on and casts Burning Disarm onto. So he is going to take 5d4 points of fire damage, and then it is going to force him to drop his bit of pipe or whatever he has. 11, 12, 13 points of fire damage, and he drops his club.
Well, that's not very nice.
And then Alwyn will move up behind Asher, but not any further into the room than that. And that is his turn.
All right. Didn't like that. Let's see. Blue. I think Kira is the only one who can actually see blue. So she's the only one who sees the sort of madness on its face sink into this like intense calm, like where its eyes just like fix on her, and it just like starts marching towards her like slowly, and then as it gets up in her face, it's just going to take a swing. Just take a quick swingy-do.
I really appreciate the pod's dedication to making things sound less threatening by adding a Y on the end.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
All right. It
Yeah, that should die.
smacks you with this equivalent of a morning star, and that is a solid 15 points of damage.
It's a lot of points. I should
Blur.
hit my calculator.
Blur.
Oh my god, I forgot about Blur. Great job, Jeff.
I don't like it.
Ah, it's been so long.
-1 sky medal to Jeff. 14 on the blur, so never mind.
Ooh, clutch. Nice.
I don't like it.
I can remember short words, just not do simple math tonight, apparently.
It worked out for me, so I appreciate it.
All right, so that'll take us to Red.
Don't forget he does not have a weapon.
Yeah, Red dropped their weapon. I think what Red's gonna do is Red is gonna pull something out off of their sort of makeshift clothing, and they're just gonna activate it. Just a quick little interact action, and then Red's done. No big deal, I'm sure that was nothing. And that will take us to Purple. And Purple sees Asher. Asher took 3 shots. Purple's gonna go into that same sort of like, you've seen Kira go into a rage, and it's almost like this is the exact opposite. And it's just gonna march straight on towards him, right up into his face. And it's gonna take a swing. A 19.
No, sir.
I don't like it. Luckily, Orange is here to save the day. And Orange would love to charge, but that difficult terrain is getting in the way. So they're just gonna step up, and I think they can't quite get to Brixby, so Asher gets another swing.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 27 to hit.
Ah, just missed it by one. Yeah, you got it.
And that is just 11 damage. No big whoop.
Okay. And it's all just physical.
Yeah, just bludgeoning. And that will take us to Green. Let's see. Green is gonna, I think, come swing along the back here.
There's room over here if you want to take another shot at me.
Green's a little bit sneaky, and Kira, you're up.
Okay, I don't need to move this turn, so I'm gonna go for the full round attack, which with haste, I believe means 3 times. Which is so many times. So first time, let's see how this goes. The first time I will have the full benefit of power, Furious Focus with power attack. That is gonna be 31 to hit, which feels like much higher than I got last time. Red, I'm still going for red.
Yeah, that will hit Red.
Excellent. Let's hit it with some chainsaw. 13, 16, 29? 29, yes. Points of damage. Chainsaw damage at red.
Alright, Red goes tumbling to the ground.
Can I pivot to blue? Is that a
Yeah.
thing? Oh my god, what a great game that we play here. Let's do that again. Oh, that's much lower, and that's going to be 4 plus 13 this time, 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Oh, sweet. Let's just, I feel like I'm going to get home and realize all of the math that I'm doing is wrong and bad. Also much worse. 4 plus 16, 4 plus 16, 20 points of damage at blue. And I'm going to hit it again if that's allowed.
Yeah, you got one more.
Oh, so much hitting. 20. Oh, much better. Oh, it's a 19. Okay, so I'm going to roll again. And so I will be rolling for the last one, not confirmed crit, just a regular 3d6. 22 at blue, obviously, because red is gone.
All right, so blue's still up. Looks pretty hurt. Brixby.
Oh man, this is a difficult one because I can't flank with either of my teammates that are near me. For the folks at home, there's kind of like a central pillar in this room. And Kira's in the northwestern area with one at their feet, another one beside them, and another one kind of a little bit further south of them. And then like Asher, Alwyn, and I are bunched into a corner. And the latter are people that should never be in melee ever. So, you two, I mean. So I think it's not awesome for this for this round necessarily, but we need another damage soak over here. So Brixby is going to cast Shield, and he's going to use the Metamagic Extend Wand, or Rod, to make it a 16-minute cast of Shield. And that was move action, Rod, standard action, cast. And I'm going to 5-foot step to the southwest to give another target to orange, because Asher is getting overwhelmed over there. All right, that's my turn.
All right, and Asher.
Asher is going to take a 5-foot step to the north, because direction, yes, north, to the north, which is both south and north at the same time. It's level 8 a bit, to the north, and do another full attack on brown, orange. Ooh boy, the third one, definitely a miss, because I know how to math in games, and there's only a 2 on the dice. Not a misfire, but defo not a hit at my lowest to hit. The other 2 are, lowest was 19 against touch.
Yeah, those 2 will hit.
12 points of damage against orange.
All right, Orange is looking pretty injured.
That was the plan. And now since he hit, and he, so anyone within 10 feet gets the benefit of Asher's precise shot against orange.
Alwyn, you're up.
Yeah, he is going to roll to cast defensively to attempt to do a melee touch against purple. Plus 16. So that makes that. And assuming that hits, android number this one is now affected by disorienting touch. He will 5-foot step back towards the door after sickening purple for 3 rounds.
Okay. Purple is sick. Okay, so we're on to blue, and Blue's clever. He doesn't look clever. He's just pop him up again. But he sees what's up, and he sees what Kira just did, so he's gonna just full withdraw real quick. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, just pop down, out of harm's way, because Red, who is dead, but when their turn comes back around, there's an explosion in their square because they armed a grenade. I'm going to need reflex saves from Kira and Brixby. Green also has to make one.
I rolled a 19 for a 28.
All right, so that's a pretty good roll, and that's good for you because I rolled a lot of damage. How about Kira?
Well, that's a 2 on the die. So let's say 9. I got a 9 on that one.
Okay, so that's going to be a fail.
Sounds right.
This concussion grenade goes off, dealing 26 damage to Kira and 13 damage to Brixby and Green.
Aha, Green. 1. To 26, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a heck of a radius on that thing.
I was going to say. That is also the most effective grenade roll on this podcast ever.
Yeah, I rolled 4 5s and a 6.
I didn't think it was possible.
Including the episodes that took place in space.
All right, so let's see. Where are we? Real quick, Brixby, could you roll me a perception check?
Yes. That is a 7 off the die for a 21.
All right, everything seems normal.
Are there any Hakushos in this room right now?
It's just, maybe from the explosion and metal chunks hitting you, maybe you just felt a little weird for a second there.
Huh. Well,
It wasn't.
it's an illusion grenade.
So let's see. I think what's gonna happen here is Purple, who feels bad, man, is gonna just take a 5-foot step up towards Asher, and Purple's gears, or tattoos rather, which don't look like neat and tidy like Mayanda's tattoos did. They're like a mockery of it. Like they're just like kind of lines and scribbles everywhere, but they light up and they start glowing red as this thing just drops a shoulder and tries to just body Asher to the ground. So this is going to be a knockdown attempt, or trip if you like to call it that, and it is a 29 to trip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's sufficient.
Okay. And let's see. That you take 6 damage and fall prone.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's not the best. And now that they've knocked you to the ground, I think Orange is going to get a little bit of revenge. So just taking a 5-foot step and taking a little swingy do down at the fallen gunslinger. And I forgot to say that it did that ragey thing, so Orange is still wasting rounds when they should be doing that, but they did roll a natural 18 for a 28.
Yeah, unless suddenly being prone gives me a +9 against melee, that would be a hit, sir.
Alright, so that's 10 damage. They've kind of turned things around on you a little bit here. And now...
I can do this all day.
And now Green is going to do that same kind of go into a deadly calm kind of demeanor, and their tattoos light up as well, and they're going for Kira. Going for that knockdown. Not nearly as good of a roll, but it is a 23 versus your CMD. Alright, so Kira falls prone and takes 6 points of damage, but on the plus side, it's your turn.
Great. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna write down -6. This guy.
Alright, standing up will provoke an attack of opportunity. So
Bring it, Green. You got blown up by your own friend.
that is 19 to hit versus your prone AC.
That'll do it.
Alright. Oh, that's sorry damage. Only 12 damage.
Okay.
And you're up.
6, 7. I'm running out of room on this old sandwich wrapper to write down my HP. I'm up. I'm standing and I'm up and I'm gonna hit Green, even though I was gonna go rescue my friends. Because my fellow damage soaker is a small rat. No offense, Bricks. 27.
That's plenty.
3d6. 9, 16, 25.
That's so much.
Yeah, well, it pushed me down. I'm upset.
That was too much. I don't like it.
Like it's dead now?
No, it's still up, but
Okay, well,
that was so much, though.
I guess. And I'm pretty sure that's me. Yeah, because I stood and that counts as moving, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's my turn.
All right, Brixby.
Brixby's going to delay.
All right. Asher, you are on the ground. 2 androids in your face.
So cool. I know what Brixbo's waiting for. He's like, I'm gonna wait for Asher to draw that light hammer. Bash Bros are back, BB. But no. Unfortunately, although Asher and I have been enjoying having 6 rounds in each of these revolvers, that 3 plus 3 means, oh no, I've used all of the ammo in my right gun. So since Asher does not have quick draw, he'll have to use a move to draw from his left holster his fully loaded revolver, meaning he only gets a single shot to provoke twice as he attempts to take down Orange with a single deadly aim shot.
All right, Orange takes a swing. That is only a 19 versus your prone AC.
So that would hit, because it's normally a 20. Weak.
Okay, so that's 14 damage.
Didn't really love it, if I could just speak my truth.
And purple is sick, so you got that going for you, but it's also in that weird sort of deadly calm. So that is a total of 21.
Yeah, also hits.
11 damage. But now you can take your shot.
Dope. And take a shot he will at Orange. As has been stated, the aim is deadly. That comes out to a 15 against touch.
15 will hit touch.
That is 11 points of damage on Orange.
Alright, Orange is not dead, but Orange looks so close to dead.
Cool. Glad to hear that. We'll do a quick Swifty lay on hands myself, because just between you and me, I've had more HP than I currently do. And my kindergartner wanted to pick out dice for my set for tonight, so I'm going to roll these 2 d6s that he picked out to heal. And he did great. That's 9.
Alright, pretty good.
More than doubles what my health was before the 9.
Wow, that's bad.
It's not great.
That's a situation.
It's in a situation.
Alright, Zach, did I hear you say Brixby's coming back in?
Yeah, Brixby's going to go back in. I wasn't really sure what I'm going to do, but seeing that Asher's just getting bashed, there's no time to save spells. So 5-foot step to the west, and he's going to... this is verbal and somatic, right? Yep, a quick wave of the hand, a mutter of a phrase, and that is a 19 versus touch against Orange, who is in melee, so that is going to be...
Don't take the penalty.
But... I'm not taking the penalty because previously shot by my buddy. So it's a 19 versus touch.
All right. Orange is hit.
I also want everyone out there in podcast land, if it does get cut out, to know I was wrong. I was saying earlier at one point that I don't use Jeff's aura ever because I usually try to get a shot off in the beginning. Here I am benefiting from it now. All right. 46 to hit. That is okay. That's 14 points of scorchy doodle damage against old. Is it a burnt umber now?
Now it is such a burnt umber as burnt umber goes down. A scorchy doodle right to the noodle.
All right, and that's Brix's turn.
All right, Alwyn.
Alwyn is going to look at Purple, who he already sickened, and he opens his mouth, and nobody except Purple hears anything, but Purple hears this horrible, ear-piercing scream and has to make a fortitude save.
Don't like that either. 14.
That is a fail. So, you are dazed for 1 round, thanks to a class ability of his, you are also dazzled for 1 round because this was an evocation spell. And you take... Ooh, that is garbage roll. So you take, unfortunately, only 5 points of damage out of 2d6. But he is dazed and dazzled for 1 round.
That's fun. So dazed means can't act at all, right?
Yeah. It's one not quite as bad as stunned. Like, stunned, I think you also drop everything, but dazed, you just can't do anything. And then dazzled is, I think, just a couple of little minuses, similar to sickened, I think.
Okay.
Dazzled is just like a -1 to your attack rolls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not that big of a...
It's way better in 2e.
All right. Let's see. Blue. I think Blue sees the writing on the wall here. Blue is just going to pull out a grenade, walk up 10 feet, and just chuck it in Brixby's general direction. Natural 1.
Doesn't it take a round?
Yeah, it won't blow up right away, but it rolled a natural 1, so let's roll a d6 to see where it lands. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna draw a circle
Right in Asher's mouth.
where the grenade is.
Oh, come on.
There's a grenade that will explode at initiative 11, sitting in that square. Which is arguably much worse than where Blue threw it. Let's see. Purple can't do anything, so purple's just gonna chill. Green is in Kira's face, knocked her down once. I think it's gonna go for a knockback this time. It's just gonna try to pop a shoulder into her again. That's a natural 18, so a total of 28 versus CMD.
That is higher than 23. Yeah.
Alright, so that's 6 more damage, and Kira is knocked back actually 10 feet because it beat 23 by 5.
So what happened? Is this like a wall? What's behind me?
Yeah, you're basically knocked back 2 squares.
Okay.
And then Green's just gonna, kind of melt into the background here. And Kira, you're up.
Oh, Kira is taking offense to that. Both blue and green just dipping. So I'm... wait, can I charge if there's a dead body in the way? That feels like a...
You can't charge because you're in 2 squares of difficult terrain.
Oh, right, that stuff. Okay, then I will just move forward. How far is this? Kira will move up 25 feet to get back in Green's face. Say, nice try, but I have legs. And then just hit it. Just gonna go for more hitting. 19, great. We're gonna try again for that confirmed crit. 18 is much better. So that's 19 plus 16. What is like a third?
It's a lot, and it's a confirmed crit on Green.
Excellent. So I'm gonna roll more than 3d6.
Do we even need to roll damage on a confirmed cure crit?
Just for funsies.
These things have some heads.
See how badly you kill her.
6 plus 16 times 2 is 32. Why don't you ever recognize what I'm typing in? Plus 32. There we go. So many dice.
I take that back.
That's 50 points of damage at Green, and just a lingering I hate you.
Green just crunches under the impact of the chainsaw. I don't know if I mentioned when you were knocked back, it was 6 damage.
Yeah, I wrote that in on my sandwich label.
Just making sure. You have executed Green. And Asher, you're up. You're standing near, or you're on your back near a grenade, but you got a loaded pistol.
Don't see any rules about, like, if someone like pushes the dead body of Orange on top of the grenade, would that absorb the hit and prevent it from spreading? I don't see that in the rules. It's just weird. It seems like an omission.
We're going to have to write to Paizo on that one.
Yeah, they're really concerned about the 1E errata at this point. Is that even worth rolling like an intelligence check? Does Asher think that would prevent the burst from the grenade if it was completely covered by a body?
I mean, I don't think there's a rule on it, but at the same time, like, that's a thing. So I guess, yeah, roll an intelligence check.
I wonder if this would work. Fittingly, a total of a 13.
Enough to make it a difficult decision, but I would say Asher thinks that's a reasonable idea.
Because Asher knows that he could get up and get out of there, but he doesn't want Brixby to get grenaded in the face.
I go right after you, man. I can get out of there. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but like literally, I think you should leave because you've spent plenty of time in melee and dangerous situations, and a grenade blast wouldn't kill me. It would straight up kill you right now.
Okay.
That's my thought. My two cents.
Then here's what Asher will do. Asher will delay until after Brixby to see if Brixby can get away, or what Brixby does, and that'll determine what Asher does.
All right, Brixby.
Yeah, I mean, 1, don't forget I'm on a disc, 30-foot movement speed. 2, Purple is stunned. The rest of us all move before them. So I don't really want to obstruct the grenade. I want it to go off on the stunned enemy, in my opinion. So Brixby is going to, just because he doesn't like to wait for chance, is actually going to fire off an acid splash at Purple as he's leaving. So that is at a -4 because Purple's in combat melee with Asher, and I am not benefiting there. That's worth a try. Oh, hey, look at that. So that's a 19 versus touch with the -4.
That'll do it.
All right. Well, I get to show off this shiny new 4d6 sneak attack that I'm going to put on top of there. So that is 2 from the acid, 14 from the sneak attack, and then coming to rest right next to his buddy Kira. Just because I no longer feel that it is necessary to protect anybody up there. We should be getting out of there. And that is my turn.
All right, Asher.
Yeah. Asher jumps back in, and Brixby got away, so Asher will just stand up for the first move, and then move down and back out.
That will provoke.
From the stunned opponent that can't take AOS.
Oh, never mind, it's done.
Yeah,
never
baby.
mind.
Stands up and then goes out. 5, 10. Alan, you may want to step out here. 15, 20. And just, all the way back out in the water.
All right. Asher runs 2 doors away.
So Alwyn is going to just take a 5-foot step to the other side of this door after Asher just ran past him. He sees this thing on the ground. He saw that other one explode earlier. He knows they're bad news. So he just steps out and closes the door behind him.
All right. So on initiative 11, Purple is no longer stunned, but it does have to make a reflex save as that bomb explodes. No one else has to make a reflex save because everyone's safe. It fails.
None of these guys are good friends. They all just keep hurting each other, and it's sad.
It is very sad. The damage is not as impressive right now. 7, 10, 15 damage on Purple. Purple is looking very bad. So, real quick, can I get perception checks from Kira and Brixby?
Given up on Roll20 rolling.
2 better. 23 this time.
Yeah, I don't have a 23.
Everything seems normal. Let's see. Now, Purple is very upset about everything that just went on there. So I think Purple is just going to step over to the doors and open them, and that's all Purple can do.
Halloween is just, hey,
Boom.
can I pet your dog?
I think I did forget to have Blue take a swing at Kira, though. Did forget that.
Put that back in.
That is an 11. Or, not an 11. It's a 15 plus 11, 26 to hit.
Oh, that's
Blur. It's not an 11.
much better.
Blur.
Blur.
I should only roll the blur. It's the only thing that matters. 73.
Blur. Yeah, they'll do it.
That is 15 damage.
15. Let me add that to my sandwich label. I will get a piece of paper at break.
And Kira, you're up.
15, 50, and then it's going to be 52 after this turn. Okay. Kira's up. I'm going to hit Blue. I'm going to hit it with my chainsaw. Did that work? Did I just roll that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Great. Okay.
absolutely hits.
Sorry I besmirched the name of... I'm sorry I besmirched the good name of Roll20.
That's like a 40.
Chainsaw is an
Draw your
18, is it? I
bonuses.
think it's 19 and 20.
No, it's 18 to 20.
Oh, God.
It's
Beautiful.
ridiculous.
Oh,
It's absurd. I don't know why you gave me that.
I thought it was 19 to 20. Oh, so that's
It's
14,
so gone.
16, yeah, that's
a confirmed crit.
That's a lot. That's a lot of...
What a great night. This was good. I was having a rough day, and now I'm going to kill so many robots. Let's just do this thing again.
insane. I thought it was
Roll.
19 to
I'm
20.
truly not convinced that I've done this math correctly, but no one, well, aside from all the corrections, no one corrected me, so I'm going to assume that this is good. 41 points of damage on that. The sad 9. Boo, but okay, everything else. No, I rolled that so wrong, you guys. That would be
I'm very confused.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
team. It's
You rolled a d20 and added
I did.
66 plus 32 is your move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's much better. 66 plus 3, 2.
When we
There
have the
we
money
go.
for it, we
That's
need
a
to make that thing
53.
keen.
Oh, dead. So dead.
This is
Crunch. Goes Blue.
night.
You
right,
imagine a
Brixby.
keen chainsaw, that thing doing that on 16 to 20?
No, I couldn't. That would be awful and wonderful. I don't know how to help Halloween.
I'm fine. This thing's got like 2 health left. I haven't been hit yet.
Okay. Well, it is true. It was recently beat up. So I could go 5, 15, 20. And from here... Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, let's see how few hit points he has, Jero. He's not considered in melee because you haven't fought yet. Just open the door. Unless he's in melee with the door. That's a 15 against touch.
15 hits touch.
Well, here comes the non-sneak attack acid
He
splash.
probably didn't see it coming. He's focused on opening the door. I'd give you sneak.
You are a kind GM, Jeff. But I got my max 3 acid damage.
That's big. All right, it's still up. It's still up, but it looks so much uglier now. That was the prettiest one. Now, Asher the gunslinger is up. I'm sure there's nothing you can do from this distance.
Wait a minute.
15 feet away.
There's something I can do from this distance.
Pulls out his hammer and throws it.
Yeah. Asher will take a 5-foot step to the southwest into this little vestibule and will do a rapid shot We'll just rapid shot, deadly aim. This fight's going on too long. That's 3 hits. Well, let me not be so brash. No, I can be because I know that a 15 hit before. 3 hits, so 3d8 plus 27 coming. That's not right. Plus 21. I am math. Under the bed. So that is 34 points of damage.
Purple is dead.
Ah, finally. Grip point back.
Well, with all of these deformed androids dead, seems like a pretty good time to go to bed.
Time flies when you're smashing bad guys, what my grandmother always used to say. It was a weird conversation we had. It's like, Grandma, that's a lot. Good night, Sam.
Good night, Izzy's grandma.
Good night, Sam. and Izzy's grandma, to be clear.
I'm going to send this one to her, and she'll be so confused.
Just this one with no context.
Exactly that. Just the last 5 minutes.
Oh, this is the only confusing one, too.
Yeah.
Odds against the machine. Against the machine.
Hot Against the Machine is property of its creators, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are properties of Paizo Publishing. Please visit them at paizo.com for more information. Theme Against the Machine, written and performed by our own Zach. Please consult the show notes for additional music and sound effect licensing information.
Really messed that one up. Really messed that one up. I mean, it's fine.
Oh no, should we do it again?
I don't want to waste any more time.
Jeff thinks we didn't do the clap right.
No. Yeah, for sure. I'm real concerned.
Known clap perfectionist, Jeff.
Hey, I just remastered an episode where Jeff asked for a second clap.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Yeah.
Ironically?
No, it was in one of the apps. It might have been because he wasn't recording for the first one.
Probably. Known professional, Jeff.
The door you came in?
No. What is this thing to the left?
That is a door that is not open.
Right. But you know how sometimes you can hear through doors? You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
No,
you
I
didn't
don't.
hear anybody responding through the door.
He's a tabletop GM. You can't hear through doors.
No doors.
Am I the only one of us that snaps to the grid?
I alted myself off the grid to not be in the center of the room.
Classic Portlander.
It took me a second, but then it was funny.